Hey there friends, welcome back to Lori's Boston Found, where thrifted is the new black. My name is Lori and I run a full-time business as a reseller. I am deciding lately that I am probably more like a 20 to 30 hour a week reseller, and then the rest of my time is spent on YouTube, but combined this is what I do full-time. And today I have a Goodwill Outlet haul for you. Typically, I'm pretty charged up about my Goodwill Outlet hauls because I always find some real gems when I go. I typically go to the Goodwill Outlets in New Hampshire. And for those of you who may be new to reselling or new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by and welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. The Goodwill Outlet is a pay by the pound place. And I believe at my, oh gosh, it's been so long. I think we're like $1.39 a pound. I don't even know. I do know that I spent about $47. I went in one round and I spent like $1.53, and then I went back and I spent $45 and change, and I rounded up. So I think I spent about $47. I ended up getting 28 things. So my average cost of goods at the Goodwill Outlet was just $1.75. But at this particular stop, I just wasn't like super excited about what I picked up. However, that's not to say that I'm not going to make a really good profit on the stuff that I picked up. I just didn't find a lot of stuff that brought me a lot of joy. And I know it sounds corny, but I really believe in that. I am going to share with you today's haul because I do think it's important to share with you, the bread and butter items that might not be like the sexy labels or anything, but that will actually turn a very good profit, especially when your cost of goods is just $1.75. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. I'll be right back. I'm also going to share a little bit of my time at the Goodwill Outlet, and I'm going to show you the process and kind of what it's like to look through the bins. I thought it would be valuable for you to see, and I'll go over the rules of my Goodwill Outlet in case you are new to my channel or new to the Goodwill Outlet and you aren't familiar. And what I'll do is I'll do timestamps in this video, so if you want to skip the whole introduction to the Goodwill, you can bypass me going through the bins and you can go right to the haul. So I will place the timestamp below for you in case you want to skip it. For those of you who are interested at my Goodwill Outlet, you need to arrive at the outlets at least an hour. I would say an hour and a half before the rotation that you want to go into. So for example, my friend and I went to the Goodwill Outlet. We got there at about 10:45. So there was a 10:30 rotation. So those people who had gone in at 10:30 probably got in line around 9 o'clock or 9:30, I would say an hour. They give out tickets to the first 42 people in line. Once you're number 43 or 44, or maybe it's the first 45 people in line, I think it's 45. If you're beyond that, you don't get a ticket. You then go inside because initially you have to wait outside for about an hour to get a ticket. They give the tickets out in random order. Whatever ticket you get, when it's time to line up and go in to shop at the time of your rotation, you go back, you get in line in order of your ticket. That part's not bad, but it's really discouraging to get there over an hour before the rotation that you want to go into is available. And then you get there and you're number 46 or 7. And I shared that in my last video, how I didn't get a number because I was 48th in line. And it's just very discouraging. So it takes 40 minutes to get there. You're there over an hour before they open. And then if you don't get a ticket, you then start a line inside, like in a waiting area. And then it's a one in, one out. So everybody else will go in at the start of the rotation. And if you don't have a ticket, you have to wait for the first person to go out. Well, everybody's waiting so long to get in that people don't come out for some time. And that line can be 15 people deep. So some people won't actually even get in to the bins until like an hour into the rotation. So now you're talking 40-minute drive and then 2 hours to get in. And now here's the real kicker. And I'm sorry, I sound like such a Debbie Downer with this, but the bins used to be my happy place and it's just changing for me. Once you go in, they start making an announcement because you can only be in there a certain amount of time because they have to then close and clean for a full hour to start the next rotation. So even if you get in late, you're anxious the whole time because you're worried that line is going to start outside for the next rotation and you might miss the tickets again. and the cycle continues. So this is what I'm up against now. On this particular rotation, we got in super late for that first rotation, so I only picked up 2 items, and then we were freaking out, so we went and we got in line. We were actually first in line, but I got number 40 and my friend got number 37. So we had to go to the back of the line when it actually came time to go in. And then once you go in, I sound like such a biatch here, but once you go in, they don't change the bin. So they change every single bin once, and it's only supposed to be 1 person per table, which is really loosely enforced. So the whole idea is for social distancing, and then you go in and people are all over each other anyways, unless you get the off chance that an employee comes by and scolds you, but it's just, it's kind of mayhem once you get in there. So all of the efforts that they go through to social distance seem in vain, if that makes sense. I'm glad I got that off my chest. Thank you for listening. Are you still here? Thank you. That being said, you can't beat the price. I still keep going back. I guess my best advice would be to know the hours of your Goodwill outlet, know the rotations that they're offering, know how quick in advance you need to get there in order to secure your line, if you have a system that's similar to mine, to secure your place in line, and to just plan for it. I think my issue is that I'm a very spontaneous person, and I used to go to the bins on a whim all the time, and then you can stand there all day and you wait for the rotations. So there have been many changes, and I would no longer consider myself a regular at the bins, so I feel like there are probably some nuances that I'm now missing, and you know, my picking is suffering. So I'm gonna let you judge how I did. This is us heading in for the second rotation after having waited for quite some time. So as I said earlier, I was first in lining, but I got number 40. So then I had to go to the back of the line. And now this is all of us kind of going in like cattle. This is the guy at the door who takes the tickets. And then we are off to the races. You'll see somebody kind of starts to run. And then I just start picking. You just kind of go to a bin and you start to go. This is a skirt you'll see that I pick up. It does have some puckering, but I did grab it. And this is what the bins look like for the most part. You are focused on just digging and digging. And there's a lot of excitement at first. Like some people will run in, and if there's like a trash bag that's full, they'll just grab it and throw it in their cart with hopes that there'll be gems in there. Some of the items are raw donations, which are items that go directly from the person who's donating to the bins, and other items that have price tags on them are items that didn't sell at the Goodwill retail location, and then they end up at the bins. So it's kind of exciting when you find raw donations. I used to love getting retail location items at the bins in Boston, because the retail location in Boston has a boutique area, or they did, and they would mark up quite a few of their designer items that wouldn't sell, and then they would end up at the bins. I don't think that this particular location, the retail location, is that same caliber, so it's not very exciting to get the items from their store, and you can see how empty this bin is too. The other thing that was disappointing about this rotation, again, it was a Sunday afternoon, I noticed that a couple of the same bins were put back out, which is so discouraging because there are so many items in the back. So to see the tag, that came from the store. So when I went in for the second time and I saw that some of the bins were repeats, you realize that you're not getting all new inventory. I'm not sure that the last rotation of the day on Sunday is the best time for the bins. I think they probably restock on Monday morning. So I'm not sure I'll do this rotation again anytime soon. I just passed on that Uniqlo shirt. I went back and forth on that. I think I've only sold one Uniqlo piece, and I know people have decent luck with it. I'm wondering if I should have picked that up. Struggling a little bit to do this one-handed, per usual. But you just go through, you look for brands, you look for condition, and because there is a little bit of a sense of urgency, I pick up a lot of stuff initially, and then I will go through it later and just do my sorting when it comes time. I always find when I watch these back, it's kind of boring to look at people looking through clothes. I think watching people search through the hard goods is always exciting. This was a new tie. I don't know why I didn't grab that. I didn't recognize the brand. But I wasn't grabbing a lot of really great brands today, so it wasn't as exciting. I liked the style of that jacket, but obviously it had a really bad stain. Those boots were kind of interesting to me, but I think a lot of the decorative stuff had been glued on. They looked like they were some DIY boots. It's nice to pick up coats here because coats have a really good return on investment. While I was looking at all of this stuff, my friend Kim got in a few carts before me and she ran right to the shoes. She is like super competitive. I love shopping with her because she's a lot less relaxed than I am, and she tends to find really good stuff, and she's just much more aware of her surroundings, so she does great at the bins.
Thank you.
All right, you just heard the guy say thank you. That is the announcement coming through saying, you know, there's 30 minutes left to shop. If you are not checked out in 30 minutes, you will not be able to check out. Sorry, this is really bad footage. There's Kim. She's a hard goods girl. Oh, she found some really pretty Christmas ornaments that I think she put back. But this is like our final few minutes before we wrapped up and checked out and sorted through stuff. You can't mess around. So one of the reasons that my title wasn't like such an exciting title is because I've just been really discouraged with the format of how my Goodwill Outlet works. And I did a post about it on Instagram because I was genuinely curious how Goodwill outlets are across the country. And in some cases, they're very similar to mine. And in other cases, it sounds like, with the exception of wearing a mask, that things have gone back to normal. But our BINS is anything but normal from how I knew them just a short time ago. I always estimate that my average selling price on items from the BINS is about $5 to $10 lower than my normal items that I usually spend between $5 and $10 per item on. So if I sell 25 items and each of those items sells for $25, I'm still gonna make a really good profit on this haul. And also I was with a friend, so that gave me a leg up. She actually hit the shoe bin and got lucky. She went directly to the shoe bin, so she pulled a lot for me. Got 3 pairs of Danskos on this day. This is your classic black matte. These are in really good condition. They are size 38. I think I have these priced between $40 and $48. I passed on 2 or 3 pairs of Danskos. There were a lot of Danskos in this haul. The other pair of Danskos that I picked up were these really pretty red ones. I only grabbed 1 shoe for the sake of this video, but one of them does have some marks on the toe. One thing that is nice about these items is I did hire somebody officially. Like, I ordered payroll checks and everything. We're paying taxes on a real employee. We had to get workman's comp, and I thank my husband for getting this off the ground for me, but we do have our first official employee. And so she's fantastic. I did have my intern before, but I was just kind of paying her cash. She was a friend of the family. My new intern is also a friend of the family, but she's on the books, and I'm very excited about that. I also got these Skechers. These are super lightweight, and these are the Go Walk Skechers. And these are pretty cute. They're like a taupey tan color, very lightweight. I think I have these listed around $25. These probably cost $1 or less. These I really debated on because these are just not my style at all, but they were packaged like this. So one was new in the bag, and then they're essentially new, although there's a little bit of discoloration on the back of one heel. But these are Easy Spirits, and they are like a slip-on, I think they called it a clog when I did the research on them, but they're like brand new. They're size 8.5, and these retail for about $60. I think I have them listed for $40. If they sell for $30, you know what I mean? That's not so bad. It's not gonna take much to pay for this entire haul. Vans and Converse are things that I don't get excited about, but that sell very consistently for me. And I think they're the type of brand that goes across a lot of genres of style. So I think you kind of have like your skater boy who will wear Vans, your teenagers will wear them. People even my age still like Converse All-Stars. I think they're really a classic shoe, which is why I continue to pick them up. And Vans, I always look on the back here to see if this is worn off, and same on Converse. These are in really beautiful condition. These are like new. So they are that really deep cranberry. They are a size 11 women. Sorry, I'm using the light from my computer to light my face because I'm filming this at night. Also, I got these are really cute. These are 9 West little suede flats. They are a size 9. Again, 9 West isn't a brand that I typically pick up, but I really thought that this style was adorable. Like these are very classic pointed toe with this like little cut out here. I think these would be adorable with jeans, just a very classic look with a nice chunky sweater. These Converse All-Stars were in beautiful condition, a lot like the Vans. The bottoms are like brand new. These are just like a little slip-on. Oh, I can't think of the name of these. There's a special name. Did I write it down? They're just like a slip-on Converse, and they have these tied off so you don't tie them per se. Really cute. What's the size on these? These are a US 10, and these are like a rosy mauve color. I thought those were unique. And again, if you look at the back, the Converse All-Star logo is in like new condition. There's a teeny tiny bit of discoloration here, like they were probably worn once or twice. Kim pulled these boots for me. I would not have gotten to these fast enough. And I believe these are, well, these are aerosols. And these retail for over $100, like maybe $160. I remember looking at the retail price on this and thinking it was pretty high. And there's just this double zipper. Aerosols is just like a comfort shoe. I love this type of style. Like I would wear these. I don't know if it's a wide calf or not. I don't think so. But these are just a very easy, comfy style. Looks like they are a size 8, a US 8, in really beautiful condition. I haven't listed these yet. Most of this haul is already listed, but I would say that I will probably list these between $50 and $75. I just need to look at the comps. So these items aren't bad items at all. They're in great condition. I was able to be selective. I really got my cart from like overflowing to just minimal and taking home things that I knew were in good condition. I think I found one of these and my friend Kim found another one, or I just found one randomly in the bin. I think she had the other one. I was very excited. So these are just Coach flats and they're really nice. They are black on black, so they do have the signature, the C, but then they also have this really pretty bow. They're just really cute ballet flats. I cannot find a size on these. I put them on, they were a little snug on me, which means I'm guessing they're between an 8 and 8.5, or maybe they're just like a size 9, but they're very narrow. Merrell is a brand that I know sells well, and I actually find Merrell a lot and I pass on Merrell a lot. And it's probably not a good financial choice for me because I know Merrells do well, but I did like these. They have this like wool detail and this little scroll with this tiny little buckle here. They're the Ortho Light Merrells. And the size, I have them written down on my little spreadsheet here, I think. No, I didn't write the size down. These look like to be like a size 7.5 or 8, but in really nice condition. So those are great. One of the other reasons that I was more willing to pick up these type of styles that I don't necessarily feel are my aesthetic on Poshmark is because I have been cross-posting to eBay and I'm having a lot of success over there, and I am noticing the brands that are doing well over there like Smartwool and Arc'teryx. And I think a lot of the outdoor brands do well over on eBay. So since I'm picking them up and since I'm cross-posting, I'm giving brands that I would sometimes pass on a chance, especially at the bins. Just one more pair of shoes and then we will move on to clothes. I was excited to find these. I kind of thought it was a good luck omen because I found these Ariat shoes, which are like a riding brand, and I do very well with their boots mostly, but I do sell their shoes. But while I was shopping at the bins, I received an offer, a good offer on a pair of Ariat shoes. And I took the offer, and shortly after I took the offer, I found a new pair. So sometimes if I have a particular brand or a particular style that's been in my closet and it hasn't sold, like say I had 4 pairs of Danskos sitting in my closet and they hadn't sold, I probably wouldn't have picked them up. Danskos used to get a lot more money than I get for them now, but Danskos is still a good flip. It's still a serious value to list these between $40 and $50 if they sell for even $30 or $35. You know, I used to wear Danskos when I worked at American Girl, and I paid full price for mine, and they were over $125. So they're really a great secondhand market shoe to sell. But where was I going with that? I don't even know. Ariat, I don't know what my connection was there. These are a good brand. I was happy that these sold, and so I picked up a new one. These do have some wear on the toe. These are a 7.5 if anybody's interested. Most of these will be listed, but if you are interested, you can email me at lorisbostonfound@gmail.com and we can work out a price. So moving on to clothing that I got. I picked up this Express. I don't think this is the Portofino, which is a very popular style, but it reminds me of that, but I don't see it named the Portofino anywhere. I do okay with Express. I mean, this will be like $18 to $20, I think. I think this is a really nice top. I love the gold on it. It is an extra small, kind of a semi-sheer dress top in black. This I already photographed and I have it packaged up, but I did want to pull it out here. This is Allen Flusser or Flusser, F-L-U-S-S-E-R. And when I went to their website, their ties and socks were really expensive. It looks like it's a custom shop, like you can have shirts custom made. At quick glance, I couldn't find a price on the shirts, but just based on the price of the other things that I saw on their site, I'm guessing that their shirts are super expensive. Also a brand I'm excited to try over on eBay. And also just a word about my sourcing. If I find a button down that either seems like it's never been washed and it's still pretty crisp, I'll pick it up. I always want to look for like yellowing around the collar or any holes or anything. I love to pick up shirts. I don't love button-down shirts in general, but I enjoy picking up shirts that are fresh from the cleaners. That's always a fun thing to pick up because it's less work. If I found like a wrinkled up, crumbled in a ball button-down shirt, even if it's a decent brand, like if that was the condition of this, I probably would have passed, but that was like in like new condition because those really heavy cotton button-down shirts that get so wrinkly, I don't like to put the time into them to make them presentable for photographs unless it's like a Burberry or like a really good brand. So that's just one of my things. This is another thing. Pick this up for eBay. These are brand new with tag Brooks Brothers pants. They are a size 36-32 and the price tag on them was $79. They are the Elliot fit. And it's always nice when there's a name attached, like a style name attached to a pair of pants because people who know the brand can just search Elliot. So you want to make sure you put that in your title for keywords. So I didn't even take a picture of these on my wall. We just folded them and put them in my light box. And I'm hopefully going to find some sort of a stock photo that shows this. It's pretty hard to pass up brand new Brooks Brothers pants. So I'll probably list those for at least half off. So 40, but if I look at the comps and they're lower, maybe I'll do like $32 or $35. This was one of the first things I picked up. It's just a Calvin Klein denim skirt. I thought this was very cute, very timeless. I mean, this could be Free People or any sort of a brand. Calvin Klein, I think, does decent. And one of the reasons I liked this skirt was because it was size 31. So a little bit of a bigger size and a trendier cut. These are American Eagle high-rise jeggings, and it's kind of hard to tell. Well, I guess you can tell, but they are a cargo print. And I like picking up American Eagle that is current. These are July of 2018. They're the high-rise jegging. There are a couple of them listed. The comps on these were anywhere between like $18 and $30. So I think I have mine listed at $30 or $32. They are a size 8 in really good condition. So yeah, I like American Eagle at the bins. My Savers now prices most of their American Eagle at $8.99. So I've completely stopped picking them up at Savers, unless it's like a fluke of a price tag and they have it maybe for $4 and it's a current style. My friend Kim found this and I was excited and I was ready to photograph it, and I think there was like a little stain on the shoulder. I don't know if it's going to show up here, but this is just a Boston t-shirt and it's a high-low with the heart. How cute is this with the scoop neck? Local Pride by Todd Snyder. I swear I've sold something from this before, but I love it. I love the elbow length sleeves. I love how cute it is. It's like cozy. It's got the heart for Boston. That had a lot going for it. So if that's a medium, so be tight around my chest. Otherwise I might consider holding on to that. I was excited about this. I picked this up in my first rotation when I went in and only had 10 minutes and grabbed what I found for $1.50. That was actually, I think I had 2 really good hits in that like 10 minutes. This is Smart Wool, and 9 times out of 10 when I find Smart Wool, it either A has a hole or B has been shrunk. So in this case, It was a size large, but there are no holes. And it actually is a really nice style. So I decided to photograph this on my mannequin to give people an idea of what it looks like on. So it just looks like it's a little bit cropped. I did write that it was a size large, but on Poshmark, you can do a custom size. So I wrote large, has been shrunk, measures a size small/medium. I think I put all that in my custom size box so people know right off the bat. And then by putting it on a mannequin, they can get an idea of the fit. Today on eBay, I sold for full price a really nice smart wool sweater that I had that looked like brand new, except there was like a run/hole in the back of the arm, and I listed it. I listed it for $50 on both platforms. It sold for full price on eBay today. And you know, I took a picture of the hole, I circled it, I also wrote it in my description. So full disclosure, I guess my point is don't be afraid to pick up smart wool even with holes, because a lot of people will layer smart wool, and it's a brand that people seek out and it holds its value and it's extremely expensive. So especially in these winter months, it's a great thing to sell. This is another Boston tee. I was hoping that it was vintage. It might be vintage, but it's not single stitch vintage. It just says Boston, Mass, and it's gray. This is kind of like a little Urban Outfitter look to me, just like a basic, almost looks like a 90s or early 2000s like embroidered tee. This I went back and forth on, then I decided to get it, and then I took pictures of it, or no, Caitlin was photographing it, and she was drafting downstairs in my studio, and I was making everything go live upstairs. And I said, you know, show somewhere, but no holes, no stains. And then when I looked at Caitlin's draft, there was like a big hole here in the wrist. Luckily it's on the seam. Ooh, not so much. It goes a little over the seam, but I noted it, and I think I priced it at $18. I also sold a Vineyard Vines shop shirt, Red Sox logo that I picked up really inexpensively on eBay as well. So yeah, eBay's been great. This is a Slytherin t-shirt, fitted women's Slytherin. I just took the Harry Potter test and I found out I was in Slytherin house, and I thought that was a bad thing. And my kids said, it's cool to be in Slytherin now. So I don't know if there's any Potterheads out there, but anyways, I have this. The size has like wiped off, but that clearly it's a fitted shirt, probably like a medium. I mean, that looks very small and narrow to me. This is a vintage Tomotsu, Tamotsu skirt. Comps were pretty decent on this. It's just your basic pencil skirt. It's not silk or anything. It's a size 10. Most of the listings I saw for this brand are vintage. I don't know much about this brand. If you have any idea about that brand and you feel like commenting below, that would be great. If you're having a good time, give me a thumbs up. It's free for everybody and it means so much to me, and it really helps my channel as well. So thank you to everybody who takes the time to give this video a thumbs up if you're having fun, and subscribe also if you want to be part of my community. This is in really good shape, and this is a Denali North Face in black. And I think this is meant to be like a 2-in-1 because it does have the snap here. But it's just on its own. But I've been picking up North Faces like this style in some pretty weak condition at the bins, and they still move like between $20 and $30. And this is in beautiful condition, and it's a size women's medium, classic black fleece Denali, really nice. So just a few more things and then we're gonna wrap things up. This is a French Connection skirt. It is a skater skirt. It has little micro dots on it. If I come in, you might be able to see those. It has a little bit of puckering where I feel like the fabric should be smooth. So I think that is kind of the defect. Like perhaps somebody put this in the wash by accident or in the dryer, more or less. But it is French Connection. The retail on this is pretty pricey. It's a size 8. I think I priced this at $30. The retail on French Connection stuff, it's kind of like a Romeo and Juliet couture, where the retail on this is probably $125, but the resale is about $25. So I don't expect to get a lot for that, especially with like the little bit of puckering. This bra I was excited to find. I think I have sold this brand one other time, and the brand is Freya, Freya. This is a 38 double G new with tag bra for $60. There was a really beautiful stock photo with it, and the comps on this were anywhere between like $25 and $45. And I thought to myself, wouldn't that be amazing if this one bra paid for my entire haul? And bras weigh nothing. Anytime you can get a bra new with tags at the bins, it's like printing money because they are just so lightweight. You pay nothing. And again, on eBay, I can ship that for like $3.99 and everybody's happy. All right, I'm gonna end my haul today with the big hit of my haul. I found this Stay Golden shirt on Betty White's 99th birthday. And I just threw it, I posted it in my stories because I got this with the smart wool sweater, and then I was waiting in the hall for over an hour. And when I was there, my friend Kim snapped a picture and I posted it to my stories, and I got so many comments on it. If you were the first person to comment on this, hit me up. I do have it listed, but I would really like to sell it to one of the two people who asked about it first. It's really great. It has like this acid wash to it, and it is a size large, and it was really exciting to find this on Miss Betty White's 99th birthday. So that's all for today. How cute is this? I should have worn this for my haul. I hope everyone's having a really good week. I think a lot of us have been distracted this week in the reselling community by Clubhouse and the inauguration, which happened today. I was very excited about that, but it's been a busy week. I think my attention, I have spent a lot of time in Clubhouse. I've had some really fun conversations over there, and I'm curious to see how this app will be as it levels out. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with Clubhouse, it's a new app that's only available for Apple, and it's also at this point by invite only, but it seems like as people are using the app, you are granted invitations to give to other people, and people have to be in your contacts. So you have to have somebody's phone number, but then you can send them an invitation. So it seems like everybody who wants to get on the app that I have seen are getting invitations within like 48 to 72 hours, and then they're able to hop on. And it's like a podcast style interactive app. So there's usually moderators at the top, and then people are brought up to speak. There have been some really interesting conversations, interesting subjects, and it's not just reseller related. You can go in and find all sorts of things to talk about. I'm actually trying to wrap this up because my friend Posh Boss Blake is hosting a room for Weight Watchers and healthy recipes, and I want to go hop into that room and get some new recipes. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It can be, I mean, if you think Instagram is a time sucker, this is like way beyond any time that I have spent on Instagram, where it's just really takes your attention. So as long as you're consuming it in a fashion that works for you, then I think you can have a lot of fun with it. But that's what I've been up to this week, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful week. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I miss my old outlets. Let me know how your outlets are. Let me know if you're finding things, if you're still comfortable going to the Goodwill outlets. I am literally counting down the minutes till we return to normal, which, you know, maybe by summer, we'll see. Thank you guys so much for checking out my video. I love you guys, and I will be back really soon. Bye, everybody.